Flyers TV is sponsored by the Bay Hotel. Okay, Todd, first of all, how's your summer been and how excited are you ahead of the new ice hockey season?
Yeah, great to be back. Had a really good summer, actually. It's been busy. Obviously, we'll get into it, but we're going to have a big high turnover this year. So it was very busy on that side of things, but I got back home first time in 3 years. Met some family and friends and got relaxed. But guys are on the ice right now trying out these new boards, and it's excited to get the imports in and get things going.
And how important is it in terms of their pre-season preparation for the Scots to get on the ice as early as possible?
It began even before that. It began in the end-of-season meetings we had with these guys. We've been in the league a number of years now, and without getting into the specifics, they were all told that no jobs are a given here. They certainly have to earn it. They all responded fantastically. The off-ice work that they've put in this year has been the best we've seen so far, and they're very keen to get on the ice as soon as possible. In fact, I think a number of them already have been. So they're going to have a lot of ice available to themselves next week. And then the following week when we get the entire squad in. So they've put in some good hard work this summer. Hopefully we reap the benefits from it.
And it's been a really busy summer for yourself and Danny in terms of player recruitment. How pleased are you with the players that you brought to Fife?
It has, and I think that we've attracted quite a number of excellent hockey players over here this season. And it's been... I'll back up for 1 second. Last summer was one of the easier ones we've had because we almost brought back the entire team. So getting right back into the heavy recruiting again was, I was going to say wake-up call, but no, it was just incredibly busy again. So there wasn't a time when, many days when we didn't speak on the phone and weren't speaking to agents and players. It's been a busy old summer, but I think it's paid off. I think we have a very solid and exciting squad coming in here, and I'm excited to see them together.
What kind of style of play do you think the team's going to play in next season?
Well, I mean, I think that initially our assessment of it was to have a gritty team everybody's going to stand beside each other, play hard for each other, and I think we got a great mix. I think that we're not going to be pigeonholed into lines, having guys having to play with certain players. The lineup will be very fluid. We have a very solid back end, an excellent goalie, and 3 forward lines with some extra guys that are going to be very competitive on a nightly basis.
The one import you have brought back, Kyle Haynes, how important was he last season to Fife and the season before?
He was one of the guys that we identified that was an individual that we would like back. I like Kyle's professionalism on and off the ice. And since the day he's come in, he's been fantastic for us. Picked up a wee niggle last year that really plagued him the second half, but he's back to full fitness. And Kyle Haynes at 100% on and off the ice is the kind of individual we want around here.
Also, apart from maybe Kevin Regan that retired at the end of last season, was there any more players, imports that you wanted to bring back to Kirkcaldy?
Yeah, definitely. We identified a small core of guys that were targets that we're going to go after. But sometimes, unfortunately, in the hockey game, you can't control other factors like guys retiring or moving on to better opportunities. So we didn't retain everybody, but on the flip side of that, the type of player and the guys that became available to us and the guys we got we're very excited about, and I think it brings in a whole fresh squad, and there'll be challenges with that, but on the flip side of that, a lot of new players for people to get to know and watch on a nightly basis.
Is it going to be strange to see likes of Bobby Shimon, Ned Lukaczewicz and Matt Nickerson come back to Fife as an opposition player?
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, we had him for 2 years, but hockey's that type of game. Guys move on. I mean, you look at some of those players, not just them, but players move around team to team, year to year. So the chances that you're going to play against somebody or coach against somebody that you had the previous year always increase the longer you're in the game. It'll be weird to see a few of them out there, but I know that they'll be very motivated to come back here and put on a good performance, but that's not our worry. Our worry is the squad, that the 20 guys that are dressing for us, and I think that I'm pretty confident that we're going to compete very well on a nightly basis, and we'll be surprising some teams.
Personally, are you happy for Bobby Chamont to get? Obviously, he's playing for Dundee, but he's got a coaching role as part of that as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I don't want to harp too much on previous players, but Bob was a friend of mine, and here for 3 years. That's a long commitment to a player and a team. So Bob's moved on, but he's getting older, and coaching something that he always figured he aspired to. And best of luck to him.
And just on the subject of last season, what's your reflections on the campaign as a whole last year?
Last year, I think that a couple things. First of all, we had an incredibly successful year, the second half of the year before, and we brought back the majority of the team. I think that on reflection, possibly a couple more fresh faces in there would have freshened it up a little bit. Maybe everybody, and don't get me wrong, I'm not pointing my finger all at the players, but I think that maybe we all got a little complacent and figured it was just going to happen. Although I tried to warn them about that at the start of the season, but I think maybe a little bit of complacency set in, and a little bit of higher expectations than we maybe should have had. But the nights we turned it on, we were very difficult to beat, and right to the end, when we were in those quarterfinals, we had what I figured was the best team in the league on the run at the end there, and we ran out of time, but we left it too late, and I think that sums up the season. In games we lost, we left it too late to turn it on. Any campaigns that we had an opportunity to win, we left it too late to on there. And I think that's a case of just relying on some incredible talent and not willing to do the hard work some nights. So we're going to turn that around this year. We're going to be hard working every night, and we're going to be gritty, and we're going to win some hockey games.
How confident are you of the season ahead, and that you will improve on the performance of last year?
Well, I certainly hope we can. I mean, geez, you keep your eye on the league, and you can't worry about it too much, but you have to take a look. There's been some incredible signings around the league, and some teams are making some big moves. But once again, we'll worry about ourselves. We're very happy, delighted, in fact, with the players we brought in. I don't think there's a player that we thought, oh well, we'll just we'll take this on spec. Every player we've targeted, and we're delighted to have gotten. And as a group, going to have to make sure they come in here and gel really quick. And once we got these guys flying, I think they're going to be a formidable bunch.
It's a great mix of experience and younger players as well.
It really is. And from agents that we've developed relationships with now, but also previous players. A few of the guys that we got strictly came through previous players, maybe not on everybody's radar, which really helps. So our alumni have become great references for us, and we respect their opinion. They know the game very well. They know what it takes to play in Fife, and they know the type of individual that'll thrive here. So we really appreciate the help of guys that are no longer here, but have helped out in different ways.
The team, the league, looking around the league, especially in the conference itself, Dundee and Edinburgh have changed coaches. You've got Manchester Storm there as well. Clan had a really strong season last year. Is the league getting stronger? Is the conference getting stronger?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, the league is, from the day we set foot into it, has just grown and grown and grown. And I mean, now we're up to 13 imports. It doesn't necessarily make it a better league, because there's maybe Brits out there getting squeezed out of a job that maybe rightfully should be playing here. But the league is incredibly competitive from top to bottom. And the conference, well, I mean, there used to be nights off. I mean, some teams probably came into some of the buildings up north and thought this is going to be an easy night off, but just don't see it anymore. There's not nights off. It's busy, it's taxing, and it's tough to win anything in this league anymore.
You mentioned the imports. Do you feel, as the coach of the Fife Flyers, that there should be a limit on the imports, that down to a lower number from 13?
100%. I think that this is Britain. It's a British game. I think that there has to be limits put on it, because we're in a funny balance, because I think that we want to be competitive. We're not here to make up the numbers. We're a local team and rely on local guys. We've never hid that, and we're proud of that. And I think that going up to 13, if they keep going as, you hear rumors, our local guys get squeezed out of the game. Bottlenecks our junior development, which we would love to get guys up into the lineup, and makes it very difficult for us to develop internally, which we've relied on for 77 years, something like that. So it puts us in a very difficult position, keeping up as well as keeping local guys in the lineup. But that's for me to worry about, and that's my opinion on it. I know that, I think I can safely say that management feels the same way as me. They take pride in us using and developing local guys, but it's certainly getting tougher.
So what's your thoughts on Rennie Marr and Tyler Plews going to opposition teams in the EIHL?
Well, I mean, in one respect, that's hockey. We talked about it earlier about players moving around from team to team. But I think that certainly with some young British guys, we were highly disappointed. We invested some incredible amount of time in the players, and they trained up with us for a number of seasons. Well, certainly Rennie did, and Tyler this one. But wish them the best of luck, and hopefully they get out of hockey what they wish. But we were disappointed to see them go, because that was possibly a few next spots in our lineup.
Thoughts now kind of turn to that first friendly match at home to Belfast Giants. That's going to be a tough test.
Yeah, absolutely, which is good, because I think it'll give us a great benchmark where the league is sitting. Belfast look like they've put together an incredibly strong team this year. So it will be a good test for us, and we're looking forward to it.
And there's one more import announcement to be made by the Fife Flyers. Can you tell me anything about that player?
Yep, identified a player to finish off our back end there. Just strictly waiting for the contract back, and we'll get the announcement out as soon as possible. I want our team done and dusted as quick as possible. It's been a long summer. It seems like every week we're chasing something down, but just about finished, and looking forward to getting all these guys in.
I know something that the fans have asked a lot about is the next player possibly going to be an enforcer. Is an enforcer something you think that the team needs?
It's a tough one. There's no doubt about it how in the last couple seasons that this team has benefited from having an enforcer. It's just that unwritten dynamic that makes guys play that little bit bigger and a little bit stronger. But it's also hurt us in some respects as well. I mean, we suffered some big, heavy suspensions, and it took its toll on us at times, and really put us behind the eight ball when we were down for, like 8-9 games without an import. This league is so fluid; it changes from year to year. Now it looks like a number of teams have signed enforcers and are going down that role. We're not going to go down the role of an all-out enforcer. I think that one of the big things is the Department of Player Safety has put a real curb on scrapping and certainly going out there and cross-checking and hits and all this stuff. Teams really paid the price in suspension-wise. So we're going down the line of gritty guys that can certainly handle themselves in all aspects of the game. I don't think our guys will be out there afraid to get dirty, but we won't have an all-out enforcer.
Yourself personally, how much are you excited about this new season as the head coach?
Yeah, really excited. It's a brand new challenge. For the last couple of years, we had a lot of familiar faces in the lineup, and although it can be easier at times because guys are familiar with how everything works, and now we got to bring in a whole new set of guys and just show them all the stuff behind the scenes and get them familiar with our systems and what we want to do. It's exciting. It's a new challenge. It lets us implement exactly what we want on and off the ice, how it's run right off the bat with these guys. There's no dubiety, and I think they're going to enjoy it here, and we're set up pretty good. Our off-ice crew has done a wonderful job. Ronnie and his crew in the rink here have done a fantastic job with the rink. The room's going to be looking great here right away. So everything's fallen into place. We just need these guys in and start dropping some pucks.
Just finally, did you see Ronnie Herd in the Fife Free Press recently?
Yeah, I did. I figured we better hurry up and get some real news on. Anytime you got Ronnie Herd on his large face and a picture in the Fife Free Press, you know we're desperate to get some news out here. So excited to get the imports in and get things going.
Cheers, Todd. Thank you.
Thank you.